Yeah, you gotta get that lined up right there. Twisty. Get that lined up right there. Twist. Ha! Looks like it says POORcha. Hey, welcome back. I think, what, day 5 or something like that? Working on getting the cam tower cleaned up because I'm going to put a coat of paint on it. So I took a DA to the raised lettering here and took the casting texture out of it. So it's pretty nice and flat now. So that when I paint this, I can run the DA back over that, get it nice and shiny aluminum, and then the whole thing's going to get a clear coat. But yeah, so I got that torn down, and just working on getting it cleaned up now, which I think I watched one too many engine detailing videos on YouTube, and I bought this thing, which, I mean, like, come on. How awesome is that? Nice. So pretty happy with that. Also bought some of these little detailing brushes, which are great for getting into all the crooks and nannies. Yeah, just getting this thing cleaned up, and then going to get it dried off and get a couple coats of engine paint on it tonight, and then we can allow that to set up, and then some point later this week I will run the DA down the raised lettering here, and then put a high temp clear coat over the whole thing from there. So it is cleaning up nice though, very happy with it. Well, in other news, had more parts come in. That is a big old bag of coolant hoses. Power steering reservoir. The reason for replacing the power steering reservoir, it has a filter built into it. So if you're going to service the power steering system, you might as well replace the reservoir. They're not that expensive. In addition to that, have the suction hose for the power steering system. No, I'm sorry, this is the return hose. It has an updated fitting, which routes it a lot nicer, clears the oil filter a lot better. Also, a power steering rebuild kit. They're cheap, they're easy to do, and it made a big difference on my old car. Not my old car, on my black car. So, why not? This is the turbo coolant circulation pump. Tested the one that's in the car, and it did not function. So what this does is this circulates coolant through the turbo after you shut the engine down, just to make sure you don't coke the oil in the center housing. Intake gaskets, little vacuum hose. I thought this was cool. It's just an injector service kit. It has the little screens that for the inlet of the injectors, and then it has all the O-rings. Figured had the injectors out, why not throw some new seals and screens in there. Battery hold down kit, because this car was missing the battery hold down. It was just sitting in the battery well. And odometer gear. Cool, got some parts to work with. Workbench is a goddamn disaster, but a little sneak peek at the cam tower. Went with gold. So I'm gonna let this cure. Next time I'm over here, I will sand the lettering, and that will bring it back to silver, aluminum colored. And then put a little polish on it, and the whole thing's gonna get clear coated with VHT high temp clear coat. Reason being is not that I'm so much worried about the gold, but I'm worried about the aluminum, the parts that I'm gonna expose back to bare aluminum. If I throw a little clear on there, it'll just keep them nicer for longer. So, but overall, I think it's gonna look great. I'm excited for the red and gold combo. We'll see. Yeah, parts are going back on, which is exciting for me. I don't know about you. but made a lot of good progress, even though it doesn't look like it. Basically, swapped out all these coolant hoses with brand new rubber, including the turbo water circulation pump, all the associated system hoses there, the heater core hoses, miscellaneous coolant hoses. The only thing I haven't installed yet is the two radiator in and out, and that is just because I need access to this area to finish up the timing belt, the balance shaft belt. But it's nice to have things going back together finally. Also, just taking my time cleaning up parts, painted a couple of things, just going for some of the low-hanging fruit in terms of just cleaning and making things look a little bit nicer. Certainly not doing like an underhood restoration, but at least the parts that I have touched are going to go onto the car a lot cleaner than they came off. Overall, I think it'll just make for a nicer looking engine bay, and at some point way down the road we'll worry about more of like a restoration kind of deal. This is just to get it looking a little better, as well as being reliable and fast and fun and not have to worry about it. So yeah, pretty happy. It should start going together pretty quick now.